Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sports Tea. As promised, I do have some more content surrounding Team USA, but before we get started, I need everyone to like the video, subscribe to Sports Tea if you haven't already, and please write some comments so that I can see your opinions on Team USA as well. So let's just get right into it. Team USA beat Belgium. It was not even close. Okay. After starting Diana Taurasi and quickly realizing she's getting beat on defense, she's really just looks slow out there, 42 years old. She was supposed to be, the captain, veteran leadership on this team, similar to like what LeBron is doing on, the men's side of Team USA. But quite frankly, she's had almost no production. Unlike LeBron, who's been, lighting up the court for the men's squad, Diana's just been a non-factor. So, perhaps she's doing like the behind the scenes thing, like, being that leader, that captain, that motivator, sort of like a player coach. Perhaps that's what she's giving to the team, helping to create that cohesion and, just being there sort of for like sentimental value. And I get it. This is sort of like her farewell tour, her swan song, that she's doing at 42 years old, at the end of her career. So, to me, I don't have such a big issue with her being there. It's just when I see her out on the floor looking slow, looking like, she can't defend, like, she's not a real threat on offense or defense. It's just like, let's just pull her out of the game. I don't know why she's starting for Team USA. That's odd to me. So, after some adjustments were made, a big Belgium blowout was had. So Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, they were the leading scorers with 23 and 26 respectively. Yep, 23 and 26 they had. And I believe Stewie had 4 blocks in that game and Asia Wilson had about 13 rebounds or so. I mean, what an incredible game for both players. And, that brings me to the question of who is the best player on Team USA? Who will be the Olympic MVP on the women's side? I really believe that we just won't be able to decide until we see the final game for the gold medal. So many ladies are playing very well. But right now, for me, it's between Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart. So, more to come. I wish I could answer this for you guys, but it is sort of like a TBD situation because so many of the women are playing so well. I mean, to me, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, either one of them could win the MVP and I'd be fine with it. So, the women's team just has so much depth, and we saw that against Germany. The bench lit up the court and came up huge. But let's talk about Team Germany for a moment. I think it's really important to put some respect on that team's name. Fibich, Sabali, Peterson, they hit shot after shot after shot, doing everything to stay in the game and make it competitive. They were incredible to watch. Peterson was giving Plum fits, and they went at it. Fibich had no issue responding with clutch three-point shots. Sabali, she was great on both ends of the floor, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to rout Team USA. Jackie Young hit like what, five shots behind the arc? 5 three-point shots is huge. She just came off the bench and hit 5 three-pointers. Plum was super spunky, very quick on defense. It was just great to see the bench come in the game as if they were already in rhythm, something that the men's side of Team USA really struggles with. They say, "Oh, I'm the guy, I'm used to starting. I need to be in rhythm." They have all these excuses as to why they can't come much off the bench and play their game. I mean, everybody except Kevin Durant and Anthony Edwards pretty much hasn't really been showing up in their best form. So it was really, really great to see the bench come up big. And again, I want to recognize and give a lot of credit to Germany because they have been undefeated headed into this game, and they have been playing great basketball, especially in the 3-on-3 tournament. So that leads me to my next topic. Okay, Hailey Van Lith. She is headlining the 3-on-3 USA team, which is interesting to me since I think she's a little overrated. I mean, she's been on multiple teams. She's back in the transfer portal again. I mean, Even when we saw her play against Iowa and Caitlin Clark, she was guarding her. She couldn't guard her to save her life. Okay. Kim Mulkey, I mean, I couldn't stop saying it that she should be investigated for that game. It seemed like she had been gambling in Vegas and purposely threw the game. Which is crazy to me because how amazing would it have been to end, the Barbie story and, and Angel Reese's story with back-to-back titles. How dominant would that have been for LSU? But no, Kim Mulkey decides to keep Van Lith on Clark, who couldn't guard anybody. Okay. It seemed like she was just unable to guard Clark the entire game, and Mulkey never made an adjustment to that. She didn't put flage on her, nothing. It's like she completely threw the game. And again, I'm going to say she needs to be investigated for that. It was horrible. My dog could have coached that game better than she did. Okay. So, you know, nonetheless, Hailey Van Lith, she did have some really great moments. Okay. And since high school, Kobe Bryant has been a mentor of hers. So he took to her game, I believe, since she was in high school, helping develop her Mamba mentality. And honestly, I'm a firm believer that no one can deny Mamba mentality. It's something that you either have or you just don't have. You either have it or you don't. So, against Germany, Team USA, they started off very strong. They started with a 5-0 lead. But then the Germans just took off, hitting 4 of 10. While Team USA, I think they were 1 of 8, which was pretty miserable from the field. Van Lith took issue with the refs, and she even blamed them for their officiating. She felt like, they were playing uphill and it was just hard to get past the way that they were officiating that game, and she blamed them. But what I thought was really interesting is that she didn't stay in that place. She didn't stay in a place of victimhood. She didn't stay in a place of making excuses for losing. They shot poorly. Why don't you start there? Not the refs. But she didn't stay in the place of blaming the refs. And that's what I really appreciated about this is that, later on, Van Lith was quoted as saying that they played soft, a term that Kobe Bryant has made extremely popular, especially as it pertains to in-game play. Van Lith made no excuses for the loss to Germany. And she said, at the end of the day, honestly, we were winded. We started playing soft and they played much harder than us. I might have a newfound respect for Van Lith. I commend her for saying this because losing is just that. It's losing. There's a winner and a loser. And there could be a multitude of reasons why a team lost. And Team USA lost the first 3. They were 0 for 3 in these 3-on-3 games. It was very sad to watch, and I was super disappointed to see it. But Van Lith, as the leader of the team and someone that everyone's looking at for answers, she handled it very well, and she made no excuses. And that's part of Mamba mentality. Kobe Bryant never made excuses. He had results. Not only did he not make excuses, he especially didn't make excuses on the biggest stage where the entire world is a witness to whether USA is going to win a gold or not, because not winning the gold is just as good as losing. That's how we view it. Okay. So now fast forward to today where Team USA played Spain, and it was tough. They fought hard to win the medal for our country. Let's listen to what Van Lith has to say about this victory.
I think Kobe would be proud as heck of me for not letting us lose that last game. Sometimes you can't control the outcomes. Like that last game, I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. It was a tough situation for us to win in, and we didn't sulk in it. And like that's the Kobe mentality is like, F it, like go out and win the next game.
Don't sulk. Don't wallow. Don't walk around in pity for yourself. That doesn't change anything. You lost the initial first couple of games. Cool. Get out there and play harder. F it. Get out there and win. That's part of Mamba mentality. Kobe Bryant didn't lose any games in the Olympics. He showed up early to camp, days early to camp. Mind you, you have guys on the Team USA that are showing up 2 and 3 days late to camp. What is that? That's not a winner's mentality. That's not somebody I want on my team, somebody who's late. So, yeah, Kobe won every time. I believe he was 16 and 0 in the Olympics. Won 36 games for Team USA. Incredible. All he knows is gold. So, I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard that Kobe would be proud of her, at first I thought to myself that Kobe would have won the gold medal and he wouldn't accept anything less. However, I assumed that they would just continue losing, and it seemed like a foregone conclusion, quite frankly, but something clicked for Van Lith. Perhaps she needed to channel her Mamba mentality to win this game. She needed to pull from her conversations with Kobe. She needed to channel Mamba mentality in order to win. Having the will to win is just as important as having the physical talent to win. Will to win is huge in sports. All sports are a mental workout as well, and you must have the right attitude to be a winner. It's not easy, and it can be really ugly or it can be really beautiful. The point is, Van Lith brought home a bronze medal, and she almost brought home no medal. She almost brought home no medal and completely embarrassed her country, but she didn't. Team USA won. They won that game. And she could have decided, "Oh, I've already lost. I'm going to lay down and continue to lose. I'm going to feel defeated. I'm just going to sit back and let all of these women beat us like we're not the best talent in the world." But she proved that. She proved that she wasn't going to continue losing, that her will to win was much stronger than the embarrassment in the defeat that she had previously. So I have to say, like, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of the mentality. I'm proud of her coming out and not making excuses, saying that her team played soft, saying that the other team fought harder and won. They played better. Period. So, congratulations to Van Lith bringing home the bronze. I mean, it's not everything we wanted. We wanted the gold, obviously. That's clear. But we brought home a medal, and that's really important. And I mean, she was able to add to the United States collection of medals. We're leading in total medals for the entire world. I mean, that's not very surprising, but she's a part of that. And I think she does have a lot to be proud of. And quite frankly, so many people in the Twitterverse or on X, whatever we want to call it now, they slammed her. They were saying comments like, "Oh, no, Kobe would have brought home the gold. No, not quite Mamba mentality because you brought home a bronze." And a lot of people are making it about the bronze medal, and Kobe would have never brought home bronze. He only won gold medals. And I mean, that is true. But if she'd have lost every game, she wouldn't have been saying that Kobe would have been proud of her. She knows where her mentality was. She went into that game thinking that perhaps they weren't going to win anything, that they weren't going to medal. And that's huge. When you're feeling that large sense of defeat, when you feel deflated, when you feel like you almost have nothing to play for and nothing to lose. She turned it around. She reached back and lifted up her team to win. And that's what's important. It's the winning. Winning matters. She knows that winning matters. She knows she couldn't have lost that game and brought home no medal. And she had to dig deep. She had to dig deep in her soul and figure out what she was going to tell herself to win. Eff it, get back out there and win the game. She knew she couldn't lose. And that's what Mamba mentality is about. Kobe Bryant was all about no excuses, just results. Bring home the gold. That's it. Be up at 4 a.m. training if you have to. Get to camp several days early if you have to. That was Kobe Bryant. May he rest in peace. We will never see another Kobe Bryant. Guys are just not built like that. But what's really interesting to me is that even today, he's affecting the mentality that players have. He's impacting the game still because players will dig deep to find their Mamba mentality and win games. That's what it's about. So, okay, guys, I'm taking it down, Chris Brown, but I'll be back with more content about the men's team, and I'm really excited for the next episode of Sports Tea. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone that has already subscribed. Thanks a bunch. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Tea.